Hello, welcome back. Do you guys want to learn how to make this super cool dog sweater? Or if you have a large cat, an extremely large cat. So yeah, we are going to need, if you want, two different types of yarn. One for your trim and one for your body. And we are going to need an H hook, maybe a tape measure to measure your pet, scissors. I have my pattern and I have scrap paper always. This one I originally had made for Lagatha. It is a medium dog sweater. Lagatha is not medium, she is large. So this one is going to go to our probably Gracie, our son's friend's dog. So I'm going to hide in the tails. So anyway, we are going to make one together, a larger one, and it is going to be purple. So grab 2 skeins of yarn and let's get started. So these are the 2 colors I have chosen. Amethyst, it is a 4-ply, and bright stripe, which is also a 4-ply. This is UV friendly, you guys, just in case you're curious. All right, I'm going to find the end of this. As you can see, I already started, so I'm going to pause you guys and find the end. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do, I finally found the center, is chain 52. But 52 is for a medium size dog, which gives you this one. And let me give you the dimensions real quick. For a medium, you have 16 inches around the neck, a 7-inch, well, let's say a 3.5-inch leg hole, all the way around at 7 inches. If you can measure your dog, that's 7 inches. And from the leg to the neck is 6 inches. So if you have a medium dog, small to medium, then you're going to want to chain 52. Or measure your dog, and I need 18 inches for Lagatha. So I'm going to 52 for a medium. So let's just start chaining. 20. Don't make it too tight. Keep it nice and loose. 20. 21. Okay, so that is 52. I'm going to measure it real quick. That measures 12.5 inches. And I need 16. Actually, I need 18. Hold on. So I'm just going to keep crocheting till I have just about 18 inches. Okay, that is 70. Now, Lagatha's neck, I'm going to stop at 70 because it is going to stretch. So half of 18 is 9, and it is going to stretch. Oops, I'm not even in frame. So Lagartha's neck is an 18, which would be, like I said, half, because I have it folded in half. There's plenty of stretch for her. So for a large dog, let's say 70. This is medium. Large, we're going to say chain 70. Okay. Yeah, you didn't even see that. And now, being careful not to twist your chain, we are going to slip stitch to the very first chain one. Chain. So go in that first, oops, go in that first one and slip stitch. Trying not to get tangled here. Okay, so again, we are working on the collar, the neckline. First one, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 double crochet in each stitch to end and slip stitch to join. So we're going to double crochet every single stitch around. So if you did 52 chains, you're going to have 52 double crochets. I did 70, so I'm going to have 70 double crochets. Don't sweat it if you're like off one. Don't worry about it at all. So you should be looking something like this. And we're going to go all the way around the loop. I didn't want to confuse you, so I figured I'd better get back on here and show you real quick. Double crochet every stitch around our loop, and we're going to slip stitch in our third chain of our first chain 3. So I will meet you back there when I'm done. Again, you guys, making sure you're keeping a nice loose tension on your yarn. You don't want it super tight. You don't want a super tight stitch, because then it's just going to get smaller and smaller, and you'll be so super disappointed on the size. So don't hold it tight. Nice, loose crochet stitch. We're almost to the end. We only have a few stitches left, so we might as well do them together. I'm not sure if purple is Lagartha's favorite color, but I love it. I believe that was our last. Wait a minute, let me inspect this closer. I think we have one more stitch in there. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? Well, if you're not sure, just wing it. You do not have to have the exact amount. So we are going to slip stitch in the first chain, or the third chain of our chain 3. And now we have a perfect circle. The next thing we have to do, chain 3, front post double crochet the next stitch, double crochet the next stitch, front post double crochet the next stitch, double crochet the next, so on and so forth, to the end, slip stitch to join. You're like, what? I've never done a front post double crochet. Oh my gosh, me either. No, I'm just kidding. Super easy, don't worry. So chain 3. This is the one we are on. 2. Chain 3, then front post double crochet. So it's a double crochet, but we're going to double crochet around this the post. Instead of going in the loops up top, we're going to go around the front of the post. So wrap your needle or your hook like you would a normal double crochet, and you're going to go around the post, grab your yarn, come back through the post, and finish your double crochet. That is a front post double crochet. The next stitch is a regular double crochet, so just do that. It is right next, don't skip it and accidentally do that one, or don't accidentally skip it and do that one. Double crochet, front post double crochet the next one, which is this one. Go behind it, grab your yarn, pull it back. Just like that. Double crochet your next one. Front post double crochet the next one. Oops. Double crochet the next. Front post. Double crochet. Front post. Now you guys, oops, make sure I'm staying in frame. When you do your front post, make sure you pull your yarn up high enough so that you're not scrunching and squishing this. You want it nice and flat. So make sure you're pulling it up. Okay, so double crochet. Oops, I split yarn. Hold on. And front post double crochet. I'll do one more set, so double crochet, one more front post double crochet, and I'm going to pause you guys while I finish this, and I'll meet you back at the end. So we excuse me, we only have a few more stitches to do, and the next one will be a front post, then a regular double crochet, and oops, I skipped it. See, so easy to do. Okay, hold on, pull that out, double crochet the next stitch, front post double crochet the next one, and now we're at our chain 3. So slip stitch in that third chain of the chain 3 there, and we have a beautiful collar. I'm going to pull that up so I don't lose my loop, and I'm going to measure this again real quick. So yeah, we have about 9.5 inches unstretched, so it's going to fit around Lagatha's neck perfectly. All right, so our next row will be chain 3 and then repeat row 2. So we are going to do that for row 3, 4, and 5. That is where your scrap paper comes in. Three, 4, and 5. Because I will lose track. And you guys, we're just doing the same exact thing. So put your hook back in. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And our next one is a front post double crochet. So just follow the row you just did. Front post. And then the next one is a regular double crochet. This row will be so much easier to do because the pattern is already there. You're just going to follow the pattern. Regular double crochet. Front post double crochet. There, just like that. I really hope you guys can see it. I know that the purple is really not the best color to use, but we are going to continue like this for row 3, 4, and 5. Mark them off, and I will meet you back here when we're done. So we are coming around to the end of round 3. So I figured we'd just go ahead and finish this together. Front post, regular, whoopsie. Maybe I should have let you guys do it yourself. I'm making a mess. And join. So we're at the end of 3 in a slip stitch in the 3rd chain of chain 3. Mark it off. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and continue with round 4. And the first one is a front post double crochet. Regular crochet. Front post. And you guys, I'll see you at the end of round 5, just before we slip stitch to join. We will be, oops, not falling over. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Move this out of the way. So your collar should be looking something like this with our beginning tail. And we're going to hide that in. And these are front post double crochets and regular double crochets. And again, I will meet you guys back here when I finish row 5. So we are at the end of round 5. My yarn looks more blue here, but it is purple. And we are going to be changing color here. So I've showed you guys before how I like to join new color. Oops, what is going on? Uh-oh, what happened? What'd I do? Look, got it all tightened up and tangled. Hold on. Okay, so I have fixed it. We're just going to start with this one. Oh, did I tangle that one too? Okay, we're good. So we are slip stitching into the chain 3. And if you want a seamless where nobody can tell, then you're going to go through your 3rd chain of your chain 3, just like you would a normal slip stitch. But you're going to now add your next color. and slip stitch. Now you have no knot, and it's a very pretty join. Cut my purple, move it out of the way. Mark row 5 off. And then the next thing we have to do, new color, slip stitch in chain 3, which we did. We're going to chain 3, double crochet each stitch around, and then slip stitch to join. Pretty simple. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I am going to crochet the tails in. So making sure I have both of them, the green and the purple. Going through every single stitch around. So if you did 52 chains, you're going to have 52 double crochets. If you did 70, is that what I did? I believe that's what it was. But don't be discouraged, sad, disappointed, and give up if you have one more or less or two. Really, it's no big deal. Now, if you have 10 or 15, it might no longer fit your pet. So let's just crochet these all the way in. If they're small enough for you, you can just trim them off right now and be done. I'm just going to go ahead and crochet them in. And I'm going to continue like this all the way around, double crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you back when I'm done. We are coming around to the end of this row. This one is row 6. Oopsie, there we go. And it says slip stitch to join. Nothing about changing color. And there we go. So your project should be looking like this. Oh, I love the colors. I know it looks blue. All right. 7, chain 3, double crochet each stitch around. And then row 8 is repeat. So, just in case, we just did 6. And row 7 and 8 is a repeat. 7 and 8. So, chain 3, double crochet, 1, 2, 3, double crochet every stitch around for 2 more rows. And I will meet you guys back here when I've completed 2 more rows. We are now, before I hit pause, no pun intended, pause, crack myself up. We are now working on the body. So I'll be back when I get row 8 completed. So I am coming back around to row 8, the end of row 8, and I have realized that I need more rows. So let's just complete row 8 together. Mark it off. And then I'll show you what I mean. Join with a slip stitch. Mark row 8 off. And then with the medium sweater, what we would be doing is putting an increase in. So if you are making an increase, your next row is going to be a chain 3, double crochet the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochets the next, double crochet the next 3 stitches, 2 double crochets the next. So what I mean is, whoops, for row 9, if you are making a medium sweater, you're going to have an increase. Chain 3 and 2 double crochets the next 2 stitches. This is your first double crochet. Then the next stitch, you're going to put 2 double crochets. Double crochet the next 3 stitches, 2 double crochets the next, to the end. And again, back to the medium sweater. That gives us 6 inches right here. This row right here is our increase row. And this is 6 inches. I need, how many inches did I say for laggard stuff? I need 11 inches. So I'm going to continue with a few more rows. And I will be back with you guys when I get close to 10 inches. And then we will do the row with the armholes in it. So I've completed another row, which would be row 9, I believe. Again, I'm going to 10 inches, but I have changed my mind on my increase. I'm going to put my increase in right now. And then from that point, I'm going to crochet the 10 inches. So let's see what we have here. All right, chain 3, double crochet the next 2. All right, here is our increase. Let's make sure we're in. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet next 2 stitches. Nothing fancy schmancy. 1, 2 double crochet the next stitch. So here's our increase. 1, 2. Now we're going to double crochet the next 3 stitches because our chain 3 was 1 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and increase. 1, 2, 3, and increase. So 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, it wasn't going to work. And an increase. 3 single crochet. Oh my Lord, delete that. 3 double crochets in the next stitch, and then we're going to put an increase in 2 double crochets. Same stitch. My fingers are moving faster than they should be. Okay, one more, and then I'm gonna continue in this manner until I get to the 10 inches ish, and then we're gonna start our armholes for Lagertha's legs, front legs. All right, add my increase. I'm going to put you guys on pause, take a quick little coffee break, because it's early in the morning. Here's my coffee. And again, like I said, I'm going to, hold on, let me read the next step. Okay, we're good. I didn't get too far ahead. Yes, so I'm going to do this one round of increase, and then I'm going to continue with the single crochets. Oh my gosh, I'm just totally messing it up. One round of the increase, and then I'm going to continue until I get to my 10 inches with just the double crochet in every stitch, just to have that little bit of expansion, because Lagertha gets bigger. Let me emphasize, bigger as it gets towards her legs. You guys, I'll meet you back here when I get to 10-ish inches. So I have gotten to the end, and I thought I would like be on an increase. So I'm like, oh, I must have done something wrong. So I've gone back through just a little bit here and realized in between these increases, I have way too many stitches. So I'm going to pull these out and fix my mistake. And if I've crocheted properly, these will pull out very easy. 1, 2, 3. So this one should have 2. Yeah, that was good. All right. 2. And continue on. We're almost, well, we're at the end, and I have to see. So I've messed up again. So what I'm just going to say is go with your mistakes. We're just going to put the last 2 double crochets in, slip stitch to the 3rd chain of our chain 3. I just love how the colors change. And then now we're just going to crochet until we get to about 10 inches. So chain 3 and continue. My yarn is stuck over here. So again, I measured Lagertha for this sweater. So I'm hoping this one fits her. All right, you guys. So I'm not gonna make you watch me crochet every single row until I get to 10 inches, because that's when we're gonna put the armholes in for their little legs, leg holes. So I'm gonna put you guys on pause, and I'll meet you back here when I think it's long enough and about the right spot. I am now at the point where I would like to put the leg holes in. So we slip stitch to join. We are gonna chain 3. We are on row 10 right here. Chain 3, double crochet the next 5 stitches. Now, I've modified this because that pattern is for a medium dog and Lagertha is large. 1, 2, she said, what'd you call me? Double crochet the next 5 stitches. All right, so I just did a little bit of measuring. And row 10 is for, like I said, a medium dog. And it will give us 3 inches in between here. Now, Lagertha needs about 5 inches in between on her chest. So I'm going to modify my pattern. What I did is I already measured. I'm going to add 3 more stitches, and I put a marker, stitch marker in right there, and that should give me approximately 5 inches. I just have to add a few more stitches, and that should be good enough for Lagertha for her legs, so that she's not scrunched and tight on the chest. All right, so 3 more. 1, 2, 3. All right, now next it says chain 11. 1, 2. And that is, that will give us a 7-inch leg hole, which means it's about a 3.5-inch round hole. Yeah, Lagertha needs like 9-inch, 4.5-inch. So I'm going to crochet a few extra. Let's just measure this real quick. 3.5, and I need 3.5 and 3.5 is 7, and I need 9, so half of 9 is 4.5. So I need to crochet another inch. Let's see what that one measures. All right, so it's 5 inches. Maybe I should take a couple stitches out. 1, 2, 3. Measure it. It'll be perfect. Okay. So next, try not to wobble you around. It says 8 stitches. How many do I have? Hold on, let me count. Okay, so I counted 14 chains. So we're going to skip 11 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And in the 13th spot, we're going to double crochet. I'm just holding on to it real quick. Double crochet right there. There. And that will be Lagertha's leg hole. Double crochet the next 40 stitches. I will, if you're doing a medium one, you will be double crocheting 40 stitches. Mine will be different. So I'm going to come back over here where my stitch marker is, and I'm going to count 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is, that's where I want to start the other leg hole. Spit it out, Trey. So I'm just going to put a marker right there. There. So now I can crochet, double crochet all the way around to that stitch marker and not worry about miscounting anything. So yes, we're going to double crochet all the way around to that first stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. We are back around to our first stitch marker, and here is where we are going to chain 14. If I can get it undone. Hold on. There we go. Chain 14. Double crochet in our stitch marker. Pull that out. Double crochet to the beginning. Slip stitch to join. There. And the next row, chain 3, double crochet each stitch around, join with a slip stitch. And we're going to repeat that for 21 rows. So with your scrap paper, just write 11 through 21 and mark them off, because we're going to repeat the same row. So chain 3, double crochet every stitch. That includes your chain. So I'm going to write this down, and I'll be right back. I am now at the leg hole spot. I'm all tangled up. What happened? Hold on. And I just wanted to show you guys just double crocheting through it. Take your time. It might be difficult the first round through these, but you'll find them and you'll get them. And don't make them too tight, because we want them to stretch with the dog, with our pet. Well, it's stuck. There it is. And it's going to look something like that. No, it is going to look just like that, you guys. Don't worry if you have 1 or 2 stitches different than me. It's no big deal. It's going to look beautiful in the end. So I will meet you when we get all the way back here at our chain 3, when we've done both leg holes, and we're back there. Okay, we are back at the beginning. I've already slip stitched to join. On my notebook, I have 11 through 21. And we're just going to double crochet our way through row 11 to 21. Chain 3 at the beginning every single time. And double crochet. You guys, I will meet you back when we have 21 rows. We are now at the end of row 21, and we're going to slip stitch to join and fasten off. There. I am at the end of this row of yarn, so I'm just going to pull it the rest of the way through. I will cut it, but there's no sense in trying to save that little piece. What we have to do right now, let me make this a little bit shorter, just long enough to hide it. Row 22. Attach, oops, first part here. We just fastened off. Place stitch marker 9 stitches to the left of your chain 3 and 5 stitches to the right of your chain 3. Well, now I guess we know what we're going to be using this strand for. A stitch marker, 2 stitch markers. So cut yourself a couple pieces of scrap yarn. And 9 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Attach. Notice I said attach, not attack. And then 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Uh-oh. I suddenly forgot how to tie a knot. Okay, so those are on there. That's our tail. Just stick that in there. Okay, we are going to attach the first color at the left stitch marker. We're going to chain 3, double crochet, same stitch, double crochet each stitch to the stitch marker and turn. We are doing an increase. All right, so since I'm at the end of that skein of yarn, I have found some miscellaneous pieces that are part of the same color theme. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one now. So I'm just going to make it a little knot, slip knot. attach it here. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We can get rid of this stitch marker now. Double crochet the same stitch. And then we're going to double crochet all the way around to our stitch marker. So you guys, I am crocheting that tail in. And that's the tail where we added the new yarn because I ran out. Not this center one. All right, so I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I am going to finish crocheting all the way around until I get to my next stitch marker. And I'll see you there. And I forgot to mention, we are now working on this section of the pet sweater. So I thought I'd show you that real quick. Okay. I am back to the stitch marker, and I'm going to take it out. Whoops, just tore it apart. And it says, double crochet to the next stitch marker, turn, chain 3. So I'm going to mark row 22 off, row 23, chain 3, double crochet, same stitch, turn. Some people like to chain 3 before they turn. It's totally up to you. Turn, double crochet, same stitch, and then double crochet each stitch to the end, turn, and we're going to repeat for row 24, 25, and 26. So we might as well put 24, 25, 26, and I will meet you at the end of row 26 when we have finished all of the double crochets. Just in case you missed it, I'm going to show you how I join a new color without having to tie it in a knot. Now this is totally up to you how you join it. You want to tie it in a knot, that's fine. So I am in the process of doing a double crochet. I am on my second step, where I would grab some, oh my goodness, I can't even talk, grab yarn and pull through, and that would complete my double crochet. And that is what you do with your new yarn. If you don't mess it up. All right, so we're gonna do half of our double crochet to the very last step. Grab your new yarn, make sure you leave long enough tail, grab your yarn, pull through. Now you have added your new color. I like to crochet both ends in, so now we're just going to continue with our double crochets. Hide that yarn on the inside of the sweater. Whoops, I forgot to. I'm doing a double crochet. Tray. Just trying to show you how to hide these tails in. And you have a no knot to join the yarn, and you can't even see. It's beautiful. All right, so if you have crocheted enough of the ends in, and that is good enough for you, you can trim them off and save the ends for the birds. Throw them in the bird tree. Or if you want, just keep crocheting. I personally, once they've and crocheted in a little bit. Just like to cut it off. Save these ends for the birds. And continue. I am working on row 23. This was 22 and now I'm coming back. Yeah, 23. All right, so I'll see you when we're done with row 26. Unless I run out of yarn again. We are now on row 26. I've marked it off. And it says in the instructions, fasten off. So we are going to chain one, cut a tail, leaving one long enough that we can sew it in and hide it, and pull it out. There we go, snug it up. The next one is row 27. Now we're back to the very first color, so we are working on another edge, hem. So we are going to join with a join color at last slip stitch and slip stitch, chain 3. Okay, so let's, giving ourselves plenty enough of a tail, make a slip stitch and join it in our, right here, chain 3. Join it and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet every stitch to the end. All right, so I'm pretty sure we are going into the next one, crocheting my tail in. And again, I'm using a different color. This is going to be the hem around the collar, Lagertha's belly, and around the leg holes. So I am going to double crochet all the way to the other side. And you guys, I'll be back with you as soon as I get over there. I just finished row 27, row 28, chain 3. We're going to do front post double crochets. Okay, so let me chain 3. And here's the tail from my last color, and I'm gonna crochet this in, I hope. That's my intention. So chain 3, and we're gonna front post double crochet the next one. We're gonna double crochet the next one. I'm just hiding my string. That's probably why it looks so weird. Hiding the tail. Oops. Oh, Tracy, what did I do? It would generally not be so difficult to hide this tail, but I want it to be on the inside of the sweater. There. Now we're going to do another front post. A double. A front post. Double. Whoops. And then I'm going to cut that yarn down. This is the tail, just going to cut it down to size. And we're going to continue all the way around to the other side, over to here, in the front post double crochets and the regular double crochet till we get all the way to the other side. So I will meet you back there when I'm done. I have just completed row 28, and row 29 is chain 3, turn. You may have already done this. Let's see. Row 29, back post double crochet. So we're going behind it instead of in front, just like on the other part. It's the very, very beginning down here around the neck. Double crochet the next one, which would be here. Back post. Regular. Back post. All the way to the other side. And it's going to look awesome. Totally awesome. We are at the end of row 29, and I only have a couple more stitches. So my next one is a back post double crochet, and then a regular one in my chain 3. Mark it off, turn it around, row 30. So this is what it should be looking like. Row 30, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to repeat row 30, 31, and 32. So where you see a front post, you do a front post, and you repeat your pattern. Regular one. So row 30 will be front post double crochets, and when we get to the end of row 30 and we are going on to row 32, we will be back post double crocheting. So where there's a front post on the other side, we will be back post double crocheting that, and this will be a regular one. That gives us our pattern. I know you guys already know because we've been doing this. So a couple more. This is a front post and a regular one. Front post and a regular one. I'll see you at the end. I have a few more stitches in row 30. So I figured we'd go ahead and do these together. Mark it off. Turn it on row 31. And you guys, these are the back post double crochets. So I figured I'd do a few of them with you in case you get confused. So we're going around the back of it this time instead of the front. Regular crochet, back post. You're going through the back side instead of the front side. Super easy. So we're going to finish row 31 like this. Turn it, do row 32, and you guys, I'll see you when you're done with row 32. So I have just finished row 32. And the next thing we're going to do is turn our work, chain 1, and we're going to single crochet every stitch around, and then we are going to fasten off. So single crochet every single stitch around, and then we will fasten off when we get to the end. So I'll see you when we get to the end. Now we're gonna cut a tail. I already chained one, and we're just gonna pull it through. That tightens it, locks it in place, and there's a tail long enough to hide in. Next is number, whoops, that was 33. Cross it off. How many do we have left? 34, 35, 36, and 37. 34, 35, 37. Okay, so number 34. Slip stitch in armhole, chain 3. All right, find the armholes. Here's one. It looks like a chain 3. I am going to slip stitch in there, leaving a long enough chain or tail to hide. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet each stitch around, and I'm gonna crochet my tail in. Am I in there? Am I in frame? Okay. I'm going to double crochet every single stitch around to the beginning of my chain 3. So I'll do a couple more with you. I'm going to pause the video and meet you back there at the beginning. We are back to the beginning. I'm going to slip stitch to join. Mark row 34 off. 35, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, front post, double crochet, front post, then a regular double crochet, front post, and a regular double. And we're going to do this all the way around, slip stitch to join, and we're going to repeat that for row, so we're going to, this is row 35, and we're going to repeat it for 36 and 37. And then we're going to do the same thing over on the other leg hole. Join in the chain 3, double crochet all the way around. Next row will be front post, double crochet, regular, front post, regular. And I'll meet you back there. I'm at the end of row 35. I am going to slip stitch to join, chain 3, and then again front post. Gonna just repeat the row again. Just follow the pattern that you've already done. You cannot mess it up. You cannot do it wrong. I just finished row 37 and I have joined. I'm going to chain 1 and single crochet every single stitch around and then fasten off so we can do the other leg hole. I'll meet you on the other leg hole. We are now on the second leg hole and we're joining our yarn, and we're just going to repeat what we did with the other one. Chain 3, double crochet every stitch around. You see this is actually the bottom of the stitches and this is the top of these ones. So instead of doing just the single strand double crochet, I'm going to go in between and give it a little extra something to grab onto. You can do it however you prefer. I like it this way. All right, so I will meet you back here when we slip stitch to join. That was row 34. Slip stitch to join, chain 3, front post double crochet, regular double crochet, same pattern all the way around, front post. We're going to repeat this for row 35, 36, and 37, and I will meet you back here when we are done. This is the end of row 37. I am going to slip stitch to join, chain 1. Row 38 is single crochet every stitch around. So I'm just going to single crochet all of these. I'll meet you back at the end when I'm finished. We are at the end of row 38, which was single crochet all the way around. Going to join with a slip stitch, chain 1, cut a tail, pull through, tighten it up. Now you guys, we are done. We have completed our dog sweater. And I am going to go ahead and hide all these little tails in and insert some footage of Lagertha wearing her awesome sweater, you guys. I'll be back. Lagertha, you want to see if your sweater fits? Let's see if the sweater fits. Yeah. Good girl. Whoops, that's your nose. Yeah. Put the collar out and get your necklace out of the way. Here, let me see your foot. I know. Good girl. Aww, you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Oops. I love it. Okay, let's go. Good girl. You'll stay dry too, huh? Yeah.